What is the purpose of our lives? This is a question that so many people have, and today I channel raw from source on video for the first time ever, just simply answering that question. I am blown away by what I received, and I wanted to share this with you all. I love you, and I hope you enjoy this. Make sure to like and subscribe.
You want to discover your life's purpose, but your life is the purpose. Every day that you live and breathe and walk and talk and think and exist, you are fulfilling the purpose for which you came. You all continue to look for ways to separate yourselves from that which you already are. Acting as if you have disconnection from the source that is you. Going around saying things, terminology that implies disconnection, terminology that degrades your intuition and your connectedness to all that is. Terminology such as coincidence, happenstance, terminology such as impossibility, phrases such as the odds are against me. And because you walk around with such false pretenses as disconnectedness, disconnection, then you yearn to have purpose. Because from the consciousness, from the vibration or frequency of consciousness that resonates with disconnectedness, is not able to understand how you living is the purpose. The Creator created you for the purpose of expression, for the purpose of experiencing life through your being, through your consciousness, through your perception, through your traumas, through the unfairness, through the wrong, through the beauty, through the love. All of the things that you experience as a being in this 3D realm is serving the purpose. You cannot get it wrong. You cannot go the wrong direction. You cannot be on the wrong path because your life is the purpose and the way that you live it is the purpose. Once you surrender the idea that you have to be something more and become something different to then be worthy, to then live a life that is purposeful. Once that blindfold, that distortion of truth, which by the way is okay, it is also divine, the distortion of truth. Everything that is a distortion of the one thing. And the one thing is love and truth. And that one thing has divided itself into distortions in order to experience the distortion that it is. Hence, no one is perfect. Nothing is perfect. When the actual reality, the real reality, the truth is that everything is perfect. There's no such thing as nothing. It is only one thing, and that is all things, and that is the source of all things. And that is perfection. And it is that is distortion that creates the illusion of imperfection in order to create the experience that provides the diversity from perfection, that brings forward the wisdom that can only be obtained through the separation, the illusion of separation from perfection, from love, from the one thing. When you begin to surrender your dense beliefs, which is, by the way, okay. But once you begin to surrender the dense beliefs that disallow you from understanding and resonating with the truth that your life is the purpose, then you will be free. You will be free then to create and experience what you, as an individualized expression of the fractal that you are of the source of all things. The intention for that individualized fractal of the source of all things, we will call that you, intends to experience what it intends to experience, what it desires to experience. And while there is intention funneled into this field, into this experience, you have funneled in intention from the higher perspective, from the plane of decision making that happens prior to the experience on the earth realm. That intention will then begin to surface. And because you have freed yourself from the density of disbelief, from the density that is disconnection from all that is, then you will feel the calling or the pulling in your soul. And you will feel free to follow that calling, to initiate action toward that calling. And that takes you on a path full of surprises and healing and revelation and disappointment and pain. Yes. It is these things that grow the soul. But along this path that the calling is pulling you down, you will grow into the expanded awareness that allows you to then further lean into the trusting of that inner guidance. And then the painful moments and the disappointments no longer have power over your hope. They no longer have power over your peace, because of the growth that you experience along this journey of awakening. Awakening is synonymous or equal to a lifting of density in conscious awareness, or an elevation in consciousness, an expansion in awareness, an expansion in understanding, an expansion and a deepening of the knowing of all that is. And this creates a compound effect as you experience the knowing that comes from the inspired action, and the healing that comes from the inspired action in the knowing. There is an unleashing, there is an unveiling, there's a sensitizing of your GPS. And this builds upon itself and creates a momentum that others see as an individual who knows their calling, an individual who has understanding of their life purpose, an individual with what you call a mission. What others see is an individual with clarity and conviction. And then they think that that is something that is unavailable to them, something that is held away from them, something that is hidden from them, that they do not know their life purpose, and so therefore has to find it. That they are disconnected and has to blindly find the outlet. That they are the plug in the darkness without eyes, trying to find the outlet to plug itself into. But the releasing of the weight of disbelief turns on the inner guidance that knows exactly where the plug, the outlet is. And it's not that you have to find that outlet outside of you, because you are the source. You are the outlet. You are the funneler of the power that comes from the source of all things. You are never disconnected from that. So those that have the heaviness of disbelief of their true connection to all that is, I'm receiving that connection. I'm receiving that connection is just not the best word to use. Because with our understanding of connection as a human collective, the understanding of connection then brings about the understanding of disconnection. And the truth is that there is no disconnection. There is only I'm seeing a veil. I'm seeing a veil. I'm seeing a cloud that distorts your sensitivity to the knowing that you are connected. Yes, thank you so much. Yes. Mm-hmm. So it is this witnessing from a denser perspective, from a denser consciousness or a denser awareness. It is this witnessing from that denser awareness of someone in a more expanded awareness that makes the denser awareness see that as a disconnection for them. That is something that they have to go and get, not that is something that they already have, that they already are. You don't have to get something that you are. You don't have to become something that you are. You may have to unveil it, unleash it, unbridle it, but you don't have to become it because you are it. Thank you. And so the simple answer to your question is your life is the purpose. And if what you are wanting or desiring to know about a life purpose or clarity in a clarity in journeying, a clarity in walking, a clarity in action, a clarity in what this is what it appears to be to others on the outside, watching someone knowing their life purpose, what you would call knowing your life purpose, being mission oriented and sure about that thing, taking action toward that thing and feeling clarity about this thing. But that is available as a result of the dissipation of the cloud that distorts your ability to recognize that you are the purpose, that you are the source, that you are not disconnected because you are the connection. And that is where the unleashing and the unbridling and the unfolding and the expansion of your awareness now comes. And then there with that comes clarity. There with that comes clarity of desires and how to achieve them, which at any point in time, you can choose what that is. You can change what that is. That is your free will. That is the beauty of experiencing here as a spirit in human form. That is the joy of it. To create what you will, how you will, when you will. And learning, expanding the awareness of all that is while on that journey. That is your life purpose. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. And I was holding the phone sideways. I didn't even know. Now I got 26 minutes. Wow. So look, this was the absolute first time that I intentionally said, okay, I'm going to center myself. I'm going to ask a question. And I am going to record myself with video, tuning in and receiving. Normally I receive, and a lot of times it's spontaneous. Well, it's not really spontaneous now that I really think about it. It is always coming as a result of the question that a soul is asking, whether it be my soul through issues and problems and traumas and flaws and pain that I'm experiencing. My soul is now asking a question. How do I get out of this? How do I get over this? How do I make it through this? Why is this happening to me? Right? Like, I'm still human. And so that my soul is asking to be freed. And so then I receive messages. And so to me, it feels spontaneous when I start to receive, but I'm understanding that really it is my soul that has asked that question, and then I am open as a channel for the answer to come through. And then when I'm in the presence of others, as an empath, I am tapped in to the questions that their souls are asking, whether it is direct, where they're coming to me, asking me for help and guidance as a friend, not as a channel, not as a spiritual guide. And I'm sharing with you my life experience as a friend, which, by the way, people have done all my life. Their soul is asking a question that their mouth might not necessarily be asking me. And I have always channeled. I have always channeled. And Source speaks through me with an answer that they may or may not want to hear, but their soul is prepared to hear because the soul asked for it. You can ask any one of my friends, does April give you the answer to your question? No. She gives me the answers to my soul's questions. Oh man. But it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. Because I want to tell her, girl, we gonna whoop his tail. We gonna do this. Let's camp out in front of his house. The regular April wanted to respond that way. And I would channel something different. And then we would both be blown away on the phone like, wow. So that's what we gotta do? It's about working on ourselves? Are you serious? This dude out here doing this, that, and the third, and I gotta work on me? I gotta work on me? Anyway, I'm going into a rant. I think it's appropriate though, for me to share because I want people to understand that they are not alone. And as you are embarking on your journey, every day you're embarking on your journey, whether you intend to or not. When you get up out that bed, when you open up the eyes, when you come from out that dream state, you're on a journey. You are on a journey. You ain't even got to get out of bed. Your mind takes you on a journey. Hello? Hello? Okay, I know I'm not the only one. We all on a journey, intended or not. And so on that journey, some of us are going to come up against an awakening, and you're not going to really understand what's going on, and it's going to make you feel alone. And so I'm called to be transparent about my journey up to this point and my journey at this point. And so that is the reason for why I shared this other aspect to the video, because that was my first time turning the video on it, and with the intention that I am going to request an answer to this question. And it worked. It worked for me to just intend, and it's here. I expected that though. I did, because I've had a lot of experience with having a problem, my husband having an issue, or me seeing something that needs to be addressed, and then me going right into channeling. It's just that I'm not necessarily going up to the issue saying, you know what, and then channel. You know what I mean? It's like I'm talking and expressing, and then my heart gets locked in, and I begin to move aside, and what I call Source begins to speak through me. I don't have an identification of names of who it is. Is it the council? Is it, does it have a name? The feeling that comes to me is that it's we, that is a collective. And at different times, at different points, when I'm really tapped in, where I'm not being distracted by any fleeting thoughts, because that still happens and I have to recenter. It happened during the video, where I had to breathe and recenter myself, let go of everything, very similar to meditation, right? So another reason why meditation is a big deal. You want to get connected to your inner guidance. You need the practice to be able to remove distractions. All right, meditation does that. You do that through practicing meditation, which is just practicing how to focus. And focusing means letting go of all the things that are distracting you. So practicing how to let go. Oh my goodness. Right? So a lot of times, so that was like a little channeled piece of message. And so a lot of times that's how it would come through for me, that way. And so it would always just feel like, okay, this is me. As I continue to grow and continue to heal aspects of myself and learn through awakening spiritually and all of that journey, right? Then it has begun to deepen and become more and more apparent, more tuned in, more tapped, more just deeper, stronger. And till it got to a point where I'm like, oh, that came from somewhere else. Because that wasn't a spurt. That wasn't a little, that wasn't just a sentence. That was an hour. Just like when I opened my eyes, I had no idea I had talked for 26 minutes. 26 minutes. Are you serious? Right? So it's like that. Just, anyway, where was I at? Well, look, Fighter Jets. Raw video. First time ever done in this format on video. I do it a lot with audio, where I'm talking and handling the issue, handling the problem. I feel myself receiving guidance about something. It could be something I've seen on TV. It could be something that somebody done said. But I can feel now when I'm starting to receive guidance. And so I've learned to grab my recorder on my phone and just hit the audio record, just record. And then I'm, hands free, and I'm free to just do whatever. Walk around however I need to do, and just speak and let it come through me. So I have lots of audio of me channeling, in that way. And it has been, an awesome experience, an awesome journey, because then it went from me channeling in a conversation and me and the person I'm in the conversation with being blown away, and then walking away like, what I walk away like, dang, I don't even remember what I said. You know what I mean? It was an hour. How can I remember everything I said? So it was life-changing when I started to record it, because then I could go back and listen. And what I found out is that when I went back and listened, it would put me back in the state of receiving, and then I will receive even more. I would start channeling again. So this is the first time, like I said, that I decided that, I'm going to intentionally see if I can catch it on video, because I'm growing my YouTube channel and I want to be visible, not just heard. I want to be visible so you can see me and feel me and see the process. Dang, no, that didn't happen. See what I'm saying? See the process, the authenticity of it all, so you can know that you got this. That is not about polished perfection, because that don't even exist down here. That was the whole point of all of this, is that there was no polished perfection, and that we're experiencing what it's like to not be polished and perfect. And that is the purpose. That is the experience. Anyway, before I mess around, start downloading again. So yes, y'all. So there was our answer. And I cannot wait to start this video over and watch it again for myself and take notes like I always do. And so I might make another video behind this, picking apart some of the things that was discussed here. So there you go. We're unfolding together. We're learning together. And I'm sharing with you my process, my flaws, my worries, my concerns, my triumphs, and the messages that Source gives me to help me get through it. Do I still got lipstick? All right, y'all. Look, if you want to know more, if you have any questions, is there a question that you want to ask me? Well, ask Source through me. Let's go. Let's go. I'm interested to see what come up too out of me. So let's do it together. Ask, leave it down in the comments. Ask a question, and then I can make a video asking your question and seeing what Source has to say to us. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm leaning in. I'm leaning all the way in. Surrender. That's what's going to get you there. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day, and I can't wait to make it. All right, y'all. So look, I love you. Hit subscribe. Oh my goodness. Please hit subscribe. Help a sister out. Hit like. When you hit like, it tells YouTube people like this, and so they put it across other people's feeds. And what I need is for other people to know they are not alone, for them to run across a video like this and it has a message in it that confirms for them something that Source has been telling them, something that's going to keep them in the game, keep them focused, keep them inspired, keep them learning, keep them moving, and keep them from feeling like they're disconnected and purposeless in life, because that is so far from the truth, so far from the truth. And so I'm trusting and believing that me doing this is serving the purpose that I came here to serve. Which is my desire. See, I'm having to filter in everything that we just talked about, that we just learned. The purpose that I came here to fulfill is the same purpose you came here to fulfill, right? But there's another calling in my heart that it continues to clarify itself, that I feel connected to. And so I'm taking the steps towards that. And that is what others consider, your calling, your life purpose, right? But there's so many of them. There's so many things that I can choose to scratch that itch. And this is what I'm choosing, to scratch that itch. So, yeah, you got it. You are already living your purpose. You are already doing it. You are not off the mark. I don't care how bad life is. I don't care how much wrong you've done. I don't care how screwed up you are. You are not missing the mark. When you're ready to change what it is that you're experiencing, you first have to learn what you need to learn from this experience. And that means to face the painful parts of your experience. To face it and to be aware of what you're feeling about it, and to process that and line that up with the truth. And the truth is that you are loved, and that you have a purpose, and you are protected, and you are guided, right? That your life is not meaningless, that it's meaningful just the way that it is, and that it doesn't have to look like anyone else's. That there is no cookie cutter to fulfillment. No cookie cutter way there. Because it's based off of where you are and what you have to let go of, the bondage that you're in, how to release that in order for you to experience the fulfillment, the peace, the prosperity, the love that is always and forever flowing toward you. It is available to you, but you got to clear that smoke. So, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Now, if that won't some soul food for your soul growth, I don't know what is. Thank you so much for staying and listening, watching. I hope that you received something out of that. Let me know in the comments if that resonated with you. I didn't know what was going to be said, and so for me it was an amazing magical moment to be able to receive an answer to such a big question. If you would like to do some of the work in the Behind the Mask program that I created to help individuals to be able to lean into their inner guidance and start to facilitate healing for their soul, so that way they can begin to live authentically as themselves. Releasing bondage, real bondage. I also work with parents to help them do this work, so that way they can stop passing down the generational bondage to their children. So if you are a parent who wants to do this work, make sure to hit subscribe anyway, but you can contact me at info@apriljet.com to learn more about that program. All right, you guys, I love you. I will talk to you soon. Until the next video. Bye.